Good morning. I'm very sorry. Good morning, General. You are still under your oath. Yes, Ms. Asim.
Morning, Chair. Commissioners, the bundle that you will need to have in front of you today is Annexure WB1 and WB2.
And do I put aside the statement for now?
For now.
Thank you.
To the access to the minister. Those will be the 6 themes that will guide us as we go through the charts.
Thank you. Commissioners, I then propose we begin going through the chats in detail. So on page 1, you have it in front of you, General Khumalo. It says Brown Mogotsi is the number. And you confirmed yesterday that this is a number that is indeed registered to Brown Mogotsi.
That's correct.
And is this the same number that was used to contact General Mkhwanazi in September last year?
That is correct, Commissioners, the same number that was used during the communication with General Mkhwanazi.
And the second name is not under the name Matlala, it's Dlamini. Can you explain why it's under the name Dlamini?
Thank you, Commissioners. Dlamini is another name or surname of Vusi Matlala, and he possesses an identity document to that effect. And also, he is using that surname in some of the gadgets where he is communicating with Brown Mogotsi and others.
General, the second identity document you are referring to, is it a South African identity document issued by Home Affairs? The one that bears the surname Dlamini?
Apologies, Commissioners. It's a Swaziland identity document that bears the surname Dlamini.
Thank you. And then we see that the chats we're about to go through begin on 19 December 2024. Do you know why they begin on that date, 19 December 24?
That is, Commissioners, the beginning of the whole communication data on the cell phones that were extracted. All the data or information begins on that day, 19th of December 2024.
And it ends on 15 May 2025. And is that because obviously he was arrested on the 14th and that was when the phone was confiscated?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Commissioners, if I could just explain the date of the 15th, because Mr. Matlala was arrested on the 14th. But if you turn to page 91 of the chats, the reason it reflects as 15 May is that strange thing we were talking about yesterday, that the system kicks in called unknown sender, which is reflected as 15 May, but that's the date on which the contents of the phone were extracted. So obviously there was no chats between Mr. Matlala after the 14th. So just to explain why it goes up to the 15th. Okay. All right, so let's begin then with the first first communication from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi. And that contains a video link, which we'll display for the Commission. That was dated 18 December. General, it's followed by a photograph of the same people, a photograph, a still. It looks like it's a still photograph taken from that video. Is that correct?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Can you explain what that's a video of?
Sorry, Mr. Sim. You say that was the 18th. What we have here is the 19th on the document. Is there an explanation for that?
Yes, maybe what we should do is play the next two videos and then deal with this. If we can pause there. So what we see, General, is a series of videos of people entering a building called Menlyn Capital, including two pretty seriously armed officers. And it's on 2 days, the 18 December 2024 and 19 December 2024. Is that correct?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay, can you explain what's happening in that video and that photograph and who the people are?
Thank you, Commissioners. The two videos were forwarded, as well as the still photo, were forwarded by Mr. Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi. The two videos and the still photo are depicting the 2-day operation that was conducted by the members of Gauteng Counterintelligence Operation with regards to the Firearms Control Act compliance inspection, which was a follow-up from the operation that was done on the 6th of December.
Was Mr. Matlala informed that the team would be arriving for this inspection on those dates?
That is correct, Commissioners. The arrangements were made with Mr. Vusi Matlala as well as his legal representative, and the appointment was set initially for the 18th, and one of them was not available. Hence, then it was postponed to take place the following day, the 19th.
And can you explain why it was necessary to have an armed escort?
It is a standard operational procedure for the Gauteng Counterintelligence Operation members because of the threat and risk assessment that is still in place. And it is also our operational procedure to provide the protection for the investigating officers by a suitable tactical capability during the conducting of their operations.
And the threat and risk assessment you referred to, we haven't got to that point yet in your statement. So could you, at this point, just give a bit more of an explanation of why there was a need for a threat and risk assessment and what the findings were?
Yes, the threats against the operation, which will include also the members attached to it, were identified at the beginning of the operation. That was reflecting an operation as a very high-risk operation. Hence, then, as part of counterintelligence measures, we had to employ then the 24-hour protection to the members that are involved in this particular operation.
So the findings of the threat and risk
assessment
was high?
Was high.
The individuals you say who arrived are members of the task team?
Are the members of the task team, that's correct.
So in the next photograph, is that, can you explain who are the people in that photograph and what's taking place?
The photograph depicts the members of the GCI Ops conducting inspection together then with the personnel from Vusi Matlala's business premises.
Please mention the page numbers for the record.
That's on page 3.
Page 3.
Pardon me.
No, I do see it. I just for the record.
Thank you, Chair. That's on page 3, the photograph. And so this is where they are conducting the firearm compliance inspection.
That's correct.
And what were the outcomes of that inspection?
The outcomes of the inspection was there were possible contraventions of some of the sections of Firearms Control Act. Hence, then an inquiry was registered, which was then investigated from that day on, and it is still under investigation. And the firearms were all confiscated for ballistic analysis. After the ballistic analysis was completed, and they were returned back to the owner, lawful owner, Mr. Vusi Matlala.
Do you know when they were returned?
I do not have the specific date, but it was 3 to 4 weeks after the operation.
Thank you. If we can turn to page 4. After a call between Mr. Mogotsi and Mr. Matlala, there's then a text exchange. Can you read that, please?
The first text exchange from Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala, it has got the message that reads, "I pit guy name," which is the first text that is talking to our first theme of this presentation.
And can you read the next message?
The next message, which is a follow-up on the first, where Mr. Brown Mogotsi is following up from Mr. Vusi Matlala on the same IPIT discussion, asking my brother, any news from IPIT?
So you say that this is the first mention of the theme regarding IPID that you've highlighted for the commissioners.
That is correct, commissioners. Maybe also to add or to sensitize the commissioners that we will find the discussion under this theme as we continue to the next page, page 5, 6, 7, as well as page 11 and 12. As we get to those pages, we'll be coming across the discussion around IPID theme.
Thank you. So we'll move off that because we want to go sequentially through the chats, but it will recur, the theme of IPID. Okay, so the next message, if you can read that.
The next message reads, "My brother, how is the court proceedings? According to our analysis and interpretation of the message, we are aware of the fact that after the compliance inspection operation, Mr. Vusi Matlala initiated an urgent court application for the return of the firearms that were confiscated. Our analysis of the chart based on the timeline is giving us that possibility that the chart or the question was with regard to the court proceedings, because the matter was expected to be heard on the date of the message, which is the 24th of December, 2024.
Advocate Hassim, I know we're dealing only with the chats, but between the chats, I see that there are audio calls and video calls. Are we leaving those and just assume that there were video calls and audio calls, but nothing more about it?
We have no further information on the audio or video calls. So all we were able to discern from the chat is that a call was made at that point in time, and when the call was returned, and the times at which the calls were made, but we have no information beyond that. And I think that it's useful to just note, General, as we're going along, even though we're skipping sort of over the calls, but to just note for the record that a call was made between the two individuals.
On that same note, Ms. Hassim, I think it will be helpful for purposes of a complete record when we read it later, that perhaps you also mention the date and the timestamp as you go along.
Of the calls?
Yeah, well, not just
of
calls,
everything.
More the messages, really.
I mean, certainly for the messages, but we could do the same for the calls. I'm sorry, so we were on how's the court proceedings, and your interpretation of this is that it related to the application by Mr. Matlala for the return of his firearms and cell phones. Do you know anything further about that court application?
What we know is that on the same day, the 24th of December 2024, when the matter was expected to sit, the applicant, Mr. Vusi Matlala, withdrew his application.
Okay. So can you just provide the date and time of the next set of calls one by one?
On the next page, there are calls between Mr. Brown Mogotsi and Vusi Matlala, as well as the greeting on the Christmas Day.
Let me pause you, General. So the first one is, I think we are going to be quite specific about this. So the first call was 24 December 2024 at 13:45. That's at the bottom of page 4.
That is correct. The first call of the day from Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala, followed by another call, and thereafter then the response or greetings back, or maybe an indication that he did miss the calls. And then the next message.
So let me pause for a second, just so we get all of the calls in as Commissioner Beloy requested. The next call was, so the first call on that was 24 December 13:45. The next call was from Mr. Mogotsi, 24 December 2024 at 14:05. And then another call from Mr. Mogotsi, 24 December 2024 at 23:03. And then a message on 25 December 2024. Can you take it from there?
Thank you, Commissioners. And then the first message then from Mr. Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi on the 25th of December 2024.
At 6:17.
6:17.
Yes.
Morning, my brother. Did you call by mistake last night? Then followed by the message from Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala on the same date, 25th of December 2024 at 8:42, with the message reading as follows: Good day, bro. I believe it was a missed dial. Sorry, it's a response to the previous message. And then there are 3 items that are sent by Mr. Brown Mogotsi. The first one being IPIT, the second one being the court case date, as well as the 25% we may lose ACOM and flight packages. The first 2, according to our analysis, are referring to the 2 subject matters that we have heard or seen on the preceding pages.
And the third?
The third is talking to the sub-theme that we are still going to unpack as we move forward. The 25% we may lose ACOM and flight packages.
And which theme is that?
That theme will be talking to the payments to the politicians.
Can you turn to the next message?
The next message on the same day, or the next 4 messages, starting with when are you available? I'm in Mafikeng. The next one, meaning in Joburg. The next one, are you in Joburg or you in Joburg? Those are messages that are suggesting that there was an attempt to set up a meeting between the 2.
And those messages begin, when are you available, begins 25 December 2024, 8:47. And the response by Mr. Mogotsi, I'm in Mafeking, is the same day at 9:15. The next message, meaning in Joburg, is at 9:15, immediately after the previous one. Followed by, on the same day, the message from Mr. Matlala saying, you in Joburg, and that's at 9:15. And then if we turn to page 6, Mr. Mogotsi responds, same day, 9:16, no. Okay, and then can you take it from there?
Then the next message from Mr. Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi on the 25th of December 2024 at 9:16. It reads thus: let me know when you back and the banks open tomorrow. I'll settle that deposit thing and the rest we'll discuss whenever you are available. According to our analysis of the chart, it relates to the lists of 3 items that were shared between the 2 the same day in the morning, the same day, the 25th of December 2024 at 8:42.
Thank you. You can continue with the chats.
It can't be all 3 things. Can it possibly be 1 and 2, or is it about 3 only?
Apologies, Commissioners. It refers to number 3 of the list
Thank
sent.
you.
It refers to the 25% payment for
25%
flight and
payment.
accommodation.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, so the next message.
The next message on the same day, 25th of December 2024 at 9:16, Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala. I'm asking if you want me in Joburg, the continuation of an attempt to have a meeting with the response from Vusi Matlala on the same day at 25 December 2024 at 9:17. No, was just wondering if you are around so we can discuss what's happening. And then the next message.
Can you pause for a moment there? Do you have any views on what is meant by when Mr. Matlala says we can discuss what's happening? What was happening at that time?
According to our analysis, commissioners, the issues that were discussed mainly during that period was firstly the operation by the GCI Ops members to the businesses of Vusi Matlala, and also during the operation on the 6th of December, the initial operation, it was the first time that the issue of the tender that Vusi Matlala was having with the South African Police Service. So it was also an issue that was discussed a lot. And on a previous day before Christmas, is when then the SAPS management and ministry had a meeting around the same issue of the tender. So according to our analysis, the question or the issues that Vusi Matlala wanted to discuss with Mr. Brown Mogotsi are referring to the discussions or issues around that tender.
Thank you. You can continue with the messages.
The next message is on the same day, 25th of December 2024 at 9:18, Brown Mogotsi sending to Vusi Matlala indicating that the 26th is a holiday, and with the response from Vusi Matlala on the same day at 09:18, yes, the open half day tomorrow. And then the next message.
You can just pause there. He probably meant they open half day tomorrow. Do you have any view on what he's referring to there? Who's open half day tomorrow?
According to our analysis of the previous messages or discussions and the ones that we are still going to go to, they are talking to the 25% deposit that had to be done.
So is it referring to the banks being open?
To the banks, yes, commissioners.
Okay. All right. Continue.
And then on the same day at 9:18, Brown Mogotsi indicating to Kat Matlala the continuation of the IPIT theme, indicating to him that IPIT can be a breakthrough. And then on the same day, Vusi Matlala is responding back to Mr. Brown Mogotsi at 9:18 again, indicating that there is a bit of a hurdle there, but I'll fill you in. Our interpretation is there means IPIT as a direct response to the previous message from Brown Mogotsi.
The next message.
On the same day, Brown Mogotsi responding with, will it work?
At 10:32.
At 10:32 on the same day.
So
which
there's a
will-
bit of a hurdle there, but I'll fill you in. Followed by from Mr. Mogotsi, will it work? Okay, and the next message.
And then the response to Mr. Brown Mogotsi by Vusi Matlala on the last message asking whether will it work. It reads as, needs someone brave enough. Our interpretation is the response on the question whether it will work or not.
And do you have any view on what, it's responding to the previous message, but you don't have any more insight into what that means, need someone brave enough?
Following the order of the discussion, the question, will it work, will still be part of the IP theme as the previous messages, or the initial message on that day came from Brown Mogotsi, indicating to Vusi Matlala that IP can be a breakthrough, then followed by a response that there is a bit of a hurdle there, but I'll fill you in. So if you read those messages, they give the suggestion that it's a continuation of the IP discussion, ending with the message from Vusi Matlala that it will need someone brave enough.
Can you proceed to the next message?
The next message, what we can indicate, commissioners.
Date and time first, please.
The message is on the 25th of December, 2024 at 13:06, where Brown Mogotsi sent a picture to Vusi Matlala that is having a picture of what looks like a business or travel agency advertisement. And what is of importance there is to note the name of the travel agency, because it's going to come up very often as we move with this data chart presentation, which is Godclear Travel.
Can someone who is Sotho Tswana speaking please pronounce that for us? Advocate Poe.
It's Hotle. Hotle.
Thank you.
And maybe, Ms. Hassim, it may have to be spelled for the transcript.
Thank you.
And that's spelled Gotlhe. Hotle.
Thank you. Generally, it also looks like it's a still picture taken off a video.
Yes, that is correct, Commissioner. Thank you for the correction for the Hotle Travel. It looks like the still picture.
I wouldn't have gotten it right either. So you are in good company.
That is correct, Commissioner Chairperson. It looks like it's a still picture of a video that was sent then to Matlala, Mr. Matlala.
So the next message is still on the same day, that's 25 December 2024. Can you take it from there?
Thank you. On the same day, Commissioners, on the 25th of December 2024 at 13:12, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is forwarding the message that was sent by someone to him. He is now forwarding it further to Mr. Vusi Matlala, which reads as follows. Hello, sir. You have been promising to do the payment, and I sternly requested that do a 25%, which is 37,000 rands of the amount of 100.
Sorry, General, I just pause you there. I think it's 37 million. It's 37 and then it has a, oh no, it's 37,000. That's correct. Yes, yes. Yes, apologies, it is 37,000.
A 25%
Of the amount.
deposit or amount of 37,000 rands of the amount 148,000. Unfortunately, we have to prioritize the next available client should you not do the payment by tomorrow, the 26th of December, 2024 noon. The next message.
Before that, General, you say this was forwarded by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Dlamini. Is that what you say?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Can I maybe just to clarify that now at the top right hand, you have received, and then you compare the next one, it says delivered. The way that I had understood it was that received there shows that it was received by Mr. Mogotsi. Am I correct? In the one that you've just read now.
Thank you, Commissioners. It was received by Mr. Matlala, as these are chats from Mr.
I see.
Matlala's phone.
Okay.
I have a, I have a different question, General. When I receive chats on my phone, if it's something forwarded, I'm not sure off the top of my head now whether it will actually have forwarded, but I think it also has arrows that turn sort of at 90 degrees like that. If I'm not mistaken, it's two such arrows turning at 90 degrees. But I think there's also the writing forwarded. So you can tell from that that it is forwarded. So here, how can you tell it's forwarded? Besides the content does indeed suggest that it may have been forwarded. It's unlikely that it would have been something written by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. But aside of that, how are you able to tell that it was forwarded?
So, Chair, this is the issue that we alerted yesterday, that the Commission's own software was unable to reflect it in that way in which we normally see it on our phones. So the only way we could establish that it's forwarded is by looking at the metadata that indicated and the spreadsheet that's in your annexures. If you were to, I don't propose we do it now, but if you were to go to the spreadsheet and look at 25 December 2024, and then at the time stamp, it will indicate that this is a message that was forwarded.
Thank you for the explanation. Let's go by what the General says then, yeah, even with others that follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Commissioners. Continuing on the same date, 25th of December 2024, we noting the response from Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi at 13:58, which reads as follows. First thing tomorrow morning, I'll attend to it. Soon as the banks open, I'll be there. I couldn't do it before because of the obstacles which you also are aware of. But I made a promise to you and I won't disappoint. Then on the following day, on the 26th of December 2024 at 8:05, the message sent by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala containing the banking details of the same company on that business card or advert with the FNB, Hotle Specialists, and the account number reflected as 628952.
We don't need to read out the
Double
account
three,
number.
okay. And then it is for the current account. And then followed by the
So
greetings.
just to pause there, General. So it's Mr. Mogotsi sending the bank account details to Mr. Matlala for payment.
That's correct,
And it's
Commissioners.
Hotle Specialists. And what was on the advert was Hotle Travel. Okay, you can continue.
Then that,
When you get to details like the banking details, please just say banking details indicated without reading it into the record, please. General.
noted, Commissioners. Then that message on banking details is followed by the greeting on the same day, 26 December 2024 at 10:59. Then on the next page, on the same date, the 26th of December 2024, there are audio or video calls exchanged between the two, and then followed by on the same, there is a video call at 11:05 on the 26th of December, followed by the message from Mr. Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi on the 26th of December 2024 at 11:06, which reads thus, "Let me call you in 20 minutes, meeting." The response from Mr. Brown Mogotsi at 11:06 on the same day reads, "Okay," followed by another message on the 26th still of December 2024 at 11:06 from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Dlamini Vusimuzi, which reads, "Just send me a message that you are held up so that I send this woman, these women, please." Our interpretation is that message is talking to the forwarded message of a person who was reminding the two chatting gentlemen about the 25% deposit. The response thereof on the same day, 26 December 24, at 11:13 from Vusi Matlala reads thus to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, "Do not stress, my brother, I will take care of it." And then on the same day, the response from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Dlamini at 12:08, indicating that share a POP and thank you, hence. Then the next message on the same date.
POP, which I understand to be
Proof of payment.
Proof of payment.
Is that a thank you or a please, as if somebody is pleading?
I think it's a please. The interpretation, because there hasn't been a payment made yet, so it's a pleading hands, Commissioner.
That's a reference to the emoji on the side, General.
So, General, it says share a POP and then the emoji of the hands. And our interpretation is that that's a please.
Please.
I don't know
Thank you.
what your interpretation is.
I'll have to agree. One is not using these emojis often, let alone the understanding.
At least,
Ms. Hasima, I was asking the chair if we are entering the territory of calling experts, emoji experts now.
I certainly hope not. Let's stay as far away from that as possible if we can in this hearing. Share a POP and the next message.
The next message is forwarded again by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Kat. Maybe this message we can read it together with the next one for better understanding. The two messages are sent more or less the same time on the 26th of December 2024 by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala. The first one
At 12:43.
At 12:43.
And you say that's forwarded.
Yes. The first one is a forwarded message, which reads, Comrade Brown, which means someone forwarded that message or sent that message to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, referring to him as Comrade Brown. The travel agency called in, please talk to them. Then Mr. Brown Mogotsi is forwarding the same message to Vusi Matlala as sent to him. The next message now is not forwarded, is sent by Mr. Brown Mogotsi after that forwarded message, which reads, Chief of Staff.
And your understanding of that?
Our understanding of that is the indication by Mr. Brown Mogotsi as who had originally sent that message to him, the very same message that he is forwarding to Mr. Vusi Matlala, an indication that this message above is originally from the Chief of Staff.
And do you know anything more about, we don't know which Chief of Staff?
We do not know which Chief of Staff,
And perhaps at this stage, unless something clearer comes up, let us not speculate.
Yes.
Noted, Chair. Can we move to the next message?
Before you do that, let me ask Ms. Hassan, these two chats, they look on their face that they could be controversial or will become important later on. You've referred to annexures which have metadata. Is the intention that at some point you will take us to the metadata that indicates that indeed this was forwarded from a source that hopefully will be identified?
My understanding is we can't verify the source, the original person who sent it, the message that was then forwarded. All we're able to establish is that this was indeed a forwarded message, but not the identity of the person behind it. Can we continue? So we're on page 10.
On page 10, Commissioners, the first message on the 26th still of December 2024 at 12:48, the message from Mr. Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, reading, I think when they wake up tomorrow, it will be in. I will send you a video of my banking app. It is off. I cannot do anything without going to the bank. Was hoping they will be open today, but still closed. Our interpretation of that message is it relates to the previous chats between the two gentlemen about the possibility of the banks opening on the 26th. So this message is indicating that it is the 26th today, so the banks are still closed. And Mr. Vusi Matlala is indicating that he has got a problem with his banking app, which will need him to go into the branch. Then with a response on the same day, 26th of December 2024 at 12:49 from Mr. Brown Mogotsi, indicating that that is sufficient, with another emoji.
Which is? Can you just...
I'll guess that it refers to, I'll be strong.
So that's sufficient, and then an emoji of a muscular arm. And the next message?
The next message, still from Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala on the same day, 26 December at 12:49. Mr. Brown Mogotsi indicating to Vusi that no need to send the video. The video, according to our interpretation, refers to the previous message at 12:48, where Vusi Matlala wished or promised to send a video of his banking app to Mr. Mogotsi to show that it is not working.
And the next one is a link, if we could just play that video attachment. And that's sent, sorry, just for the record, before you play it, it's 26 December 2024 at 12:49 p.m. Do we have a problem? Do we have a problem? Apologies. And then maybe you can just read the next message to explain that.
Thank you, Commissioners. The previous messages, the first one on the same page indicated to Vusi Matlala, prepared to send a video of his app that was not working as a proof, and then followed by the message where Mr. Mogotsi said there is no need to send a video, but still on the same day at 12:49, same day, 26 December 24, Mr. Vusi Matlala is sending a video proving that his app is not working. The next message on the 26th December 24 at 12:50, Vusi Matlala explaining to Mr. Brown Mogotsi that he can check it. It just turns blue, nothing happens. Our interpretation is he is indicating, of course, that his app is giving him a problem. The same day then, on the 26th December, at 13:18, Vusi Matlala asking if Mr. Brown Mogotsi can take a call, and then after that, then there is a call from Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala. 2 calls.
At 13:18 and 13:21, respectively. Can we turn to page 11?
Then on page 11, we see the screenshot for the communication between Mr. Brown Mogotsi and the minister. According to our interpretation on the screenshot, we see Senzo Mtunu. The screenshot is forwarded by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala with the messages. Reading the first one, it was during your tenure, and then there are calls in between, and then on Monday.
Before that, General, just explain that it was during your tenure. I don't quite get what it is.
And as you do so, if you could explain who's communicating. So the darker blue versus the lighter blue. Who is the person who's communicating?
Yeah, according to our understanding and analysis, the communication which is colored blue, is from the holder of the phone. In that case, it will be Brown Mogotsi, and the responses then will be different as we move on.
So the first message is, please update with the response. It was during your tenure. Do you know what that is referring to? And we don't seem to know when that exchange took place either, because there's no date above it. Is that right?
That is correct at this moment, because it's a screenshot with having previous discussions. One cannot then conclude or suggest or claim to be understanding as to what was the communication all about.
But who is supposed to have said, please update?
It's supposed to be the Minister Mkunu.
And who says it was during your tenure? Can we tell?
It's supposed to be Mr. Brown Mogotsi.
And then there are phone calls.
Yeah.
Okay.
The same for the breakthrough where it says Monday, December 2020.
So I think that's
Are
where
we
the
still
witness
coming
wants
there?
to go to, is actually that exchange, Monday, December 2023. Can you go there, General Kamal?
Maybe before that, thank you for that, Mr. Sim. Right at the top there. So we've got the time stamp and date stamp of the 27th of December, and then 12:01. Then you've got 11:02. Is that in the screenshot? What is that 11:02? Do we know, General?
Our limited knowledge will talk to the 27th, 12th was when the screenshot was sent to Vusi Matlala by Brown Mogotsi at 12:01. And
The 11:02 may be the time, the time that was reflected on the screenshot, but it's not linked to a date, so it's not that helpful.
And then after those two messages exchanged between 13:55 and 15:07, there are 3 calls. And then on Monday, the 23rd of December, there would have been a message from Brown Mogotsi to Senzo Mkunu reading, "We got a breakthrough." And then followed by the calls on the same day. Then turning,
Do we know whether that was a call received by Mr. Mogotsi or a call made by Mr. Mogotsi?
the interpretation of the screenshot as these 2 calls were received by Mr. Brown Mogotsi as compared to the 3 above that were made by Mr. Brown Mogotsi.
General, before you go to the next page, still on page 11, top left of the page, it says there the message was deleted. What does that mean?
According to my observation, commissioners, this is a screenshot and there is a gap between that message that is written, message was deleted, which might suggest that it's the previous message. When you take the screenshot, then that other page happen than to encroach with the page that you wanted to use.
Thank you.
It's, I think, as a result of the printout. So if you were scrolling through the phone, you would see it's actually linked to the Brown Mogotsi message before that.
Just for the record, you said the first set of calls, and there are 3 of them. You said those were made by Mr. Mogotsi. For the record, I think we should say the writing there says outgoing in respect of all 3. And then the next set, you say those were received by Mr. Mogotsi. I think for the record, we should say that it says incoming.
That is correct, Commissioners. The first 3 calls, they were outgoing, and then the 2 after the message were incoming voice calls.
And can you just give the time? We know it's Monday, December 23, but could you give the time of the 2 incoming calls?
The 2 incoming calls, the first one is at 11:23. The next one is at 14:49.
Can we continue with the screenshot? There's on the next date within the screenshot.
The continuation of the same screenshot on Tuesday, the communication now is on Tuesday, the following day, as reflected partly on top, page 12, where Mr. Brown Mogotsi receives the message from the number saved as for Senzo Mchunu on his phone, with the message was the arrest effected at 1919.
And the date there is reflected as Tuesday, December 24.
24.
Let's remind us, what was the date of that operation where weapons were seized? Was it the second operation? Was it on the 24th?
It was on the 19th,
On the 19th.
Commission.
And this screenshot of this conversation is a screenshot not of WhatsApp, but of Signal.
Of Signal app. Thank you, Commissioner.
So the communications were taking place on Signal, is that right?
That is correct, Commissioner.
Can we move to the next text then?
The next text, which is the return of the theme 1 under IPID, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Vusi Matlala, reading IPID, that is on the 27th of December 2024 at 12:05.
So this is now the 3rd reference to IPID. We had it on page 4, page 6, and now on page 12.
Page 12.
Continue.
Then the message from Mr. Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi at the same day, 27th of December 2024 at 12:25. Reading, "Let me know when you back." And then the next message now, the 2 messages from Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala on the same date, 27 December 2024. The first one at 12:31, Mr. Brown Mogotsi asking, "What does the guy need?" And the second message at 12:32, reading, "I'm heading to Cape Town for January 8, 08. And then the response by Mr. Vusi Matlala at the same date, 27 December 2024 at 12:37, which reads thus: the case needs to have assault for him to effect arrest. He is saying he can't do arrest if there is no J88 to prove assault. And my wife is not keen to open up an assault case. The guards who were assaulted at my house, only coming back in January, they went home for Christmas.
Okay, if we can just pause there. What is that a reference to in your analysis of this? It's the arrest. The case needs to have assault for him to effect arrest.
Yeah, reading or maybe understanding the whole discussion that involves IPID from the first message culminating to messages on this page 12, where the previous page there was a discussion on signal in terms of Mr. Brown Mogotsi indicating a breakthrough, and then followed by the question, was the arrest affected? And then Mr. Brown Mogotsi now wanting to get the correct information from Mr. Matlala, indicating the IPID status according to our analysis. And then the question by Mogotsi, what does the guy need? The IPID guy, because the IPID at previous message was referred to as IPID guy. And then with the explanation now as to, according to our interpretation, that is what the guy needs, as is provided by Mr. Dlamini, Mr. Matlala, Vusi Matlala to Brown Mogotsi, the explanation as to what the guy needs, as per that message, that the case needs to have assault for him, the guy, our interpretation, to effect arrest, as there were inquiries about the status of arrest, then the guy saying he can't do arrest in the absence of J88, and other reasons that are provided by Mr. Vusi Matlala on that WhatsApp chat as why the arrest cannot be effected.
The arrest of whom?
Maybe then, commissioners, if I may give a possible conclusion on this theme under IPID discussion that we have seen on this pair of charts. The discussion to us suggests that Mr. Vusi Matlala and Brown Mogotsi had a discussion on the involvement of IPID to intervene after the operation by the team on the 18th and 19th, but we can also include the 6th of December because the encounter with Mr. Vusi Matlala and the team, or encounters, started from the 6th of December. Furthermore, the manipulation of IPID process comes out, or possible manipulation, as we read the responses of how IPID could not effect arrest, our interpretation, or open a case in the absence of the complainants as well as the J88. So the interpretation is an attempt to manipulate IPID processes for the benefit of Kat Matlala, including the private discussion around how to make this case valid, the case that had to be dealt with by IPID. And also in the conversation, Mr. Brown Mogotsi seems to suggest that IPID could be a breakthrough, as we have read some messages indicating the breakthroughs and the breakthrough that they needed to sort CAT's issue. There was a message that read, IPIT can be a breakthrough. It also suggests that CAT might have an IPIT person referred to as IPIT guy, whom he is chatting to get the case opened, investigated up to the arrest, though they are struggling because of the absence of J88 and also the guards not being around so as they can effect the arrest. The Brown Mogotsi, in his discussion with a contact saved as Senzo Mchunu in his phone, that discussion that is seen.
You are referring to the screenshot?
Yes, on the signal. We are presuming that will refer to the Minister of Police looking at the number saved as Senzo Mchunu. The discussion shared between Mr. Brown Mogotsi and the saved Senzo Mchunu, suggesting or giving the update that there is a breakthrough, followed by a question as to whether was their arrest affected. So the analysis talks to the discussion stemming from the use of IPIT to come up with these charges, further investigations leading up to the arrest, which appears.
So, General, arrest of whom?
General, does the picture get clearer with other texts or chats, perhaps? Because if it does, I would suggest that we should leave this here and see how things unfold as we go through later chats, perhaps. Or not?
I think the only question is still that the only thing that we can, I'd like to ask the witness, but we can then move from there, is who is the arrest? When there's a discussion of an arrest, who's the subject of the arrest?
See, the issue is, will the general respond based on facts that he knows, or will he be speculating? And why I say, if the picture does get clearer, let's go to where it does get clearer. Maybe we'll get to know. If we don't, because if it does, there's no need to rely on speculation. I hope I'm making sense. You know the picture better than I can ever hope to.
Well, I think maybe we can park it for now, and we'll see where it goes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. We are then going to move to the next page, 13. The continuation of the chats between Mr. Brown Mogotsi and Vusi Matlala on the 27th, still of December 2024 at 12:38. The message reads from Mr. Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, and that payment is done, with another emoji.
A thumbs up emoji.
Oh, okay. A thumbs up emoji, and the response from Mr. Brown Mogotsi at 12:41, the same day, 27 December, with thanks. And then followed by the message then still from Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala after thanking him, saying POP, which can be interpreted as the proof of payment stemming from that discussion at that moment.
And in context, Mr. Mogotsi appears to be asking for the proof of payment.
For the proof of payment, after a report by Mr. Vusi Matlala that it's done. And then at 12:44, we see then the screenshot forwarded to Brown Mogotsi by Mr. Matlala, which indicates that the payment indeed was done. There is the proof of payment.
And then in the next message, there's an attachment of payment confirmation.
38,000 rand.
BM1. BM1, Commissioners, is at page 92, which is the proof of payment. Chair, at this point, I'd like to just bring to the Commissioner's attention that we have done some investigative work on this account, and that will be provided to the Commission in due course. But for now, we can confirm that there were payments from this account to Mr. Brown Mogotsi.
Do you mean payments other than the one reflected in the POP?
So the POP reflects a payment from Mr. Matlala to that FNB account number belonging to Hotle Specialists. And then from that account, there are outgoing payments. And what we can confirm for now is that there were outgoing payments to one Brown Mogotsi. So we're on page 14. So BM1 was a proof of payment. And the next message, if we can move to that, on 27 December 2024.
After then the payment confirmation as per Annexure BM1 was sent, and then Mr. Vusi Matlala is sending a message now to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, indicating that there is something I need to clarify from, please let me soon as you back. That message is sent at 12:46 on the 27th of December 2024. It is followed by another message on the same date, 27 December 2024, in the early evening, 1851, reading as follows: "Can I call brother?" And then the response on the same date, 1857, from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala, indicating 1930, please, which can be interpreted as a response to the previous question. And indeed, then at 1932, on the same date, Mr. Mogotsi then is making a call to Mr. Matlala.
Just check, Ms. Hassan. Do you, in the metadata, get information that call was made and this is how long it was? Do you have that kind of information?
I'm not sure of the answer to that question, Commissioner, but I will check.
Okay, thank you.
The next communication is now on the 29th of December 2024 at 18:01. The first message there from Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi: afternoon, brother. Do you know Brigadier Nkwana from Internal Audit? Followed by another message on the same date, 29 December 2024, at 20:04, with just 2 question marks. Interpretation is the reminder of the question that I asked on the previous message. And then we see then the response at 2019 on the same date from Mr. Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala with a question, SAPS or CI. Then Mr. Vusi Matlala is responding on the same date at 21:25 that SAPS.
Continue.
And then on the next page, the continuation of the same discussion or chat on the same day, 29 December 2024 at 22:02, the response by Mr. Brown Mogotsi on the previous question, I don't know the person. That response or that message is sent by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala, followed by the next same day at 22:03, which reads, not we can search for the person, according to the understanding. Then
So the nut is a typo for but. Is that right?
it
Is that
can
a
be
reasonable-
interpreted by with that it's a typing error, which meant but we can search for a person.
Continue.
Then on the 30th, the following day, early in the morning, 05:18, Mr. Vusi Matlala is sending a message to Mr. Brown Mogotsi, reading, he requested to be briefed regarding my bid document. I thought you guys know something about it. And then the response by Mr. Brown Mogotsi at 7:48 on the same day, the 30th of December, reads no. And then after that, on the same day, 30 December at 11:08, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending another message to Mr. Vusi Matlala, reading, sure, bro, court date, as a question of when is the court date.
Can we just pause there, General? So that's going into a different topic. The previous exchange comes in the context of the meeting with the Minister of 24 December inquiring into a contract between SAPS and a company owned by Mr. Matlala. Is that correct?
That is possibly correct, based on the information obtained outside these chats, in an attempt to understand as to what the chat is all about. Firstly, the chat is after the 24th, that according to obtained information was the day of the meeting discussing the tender issue that Mr. Matlala is having with the South African Police Service. And one of the decisions was for the internal audit section of SAPS to start the auditing process of the tender. And again, according to our correct information, we have a Brigadier Mukwana, not Brigadier Nkwana. Brigadier Mukwana, who is the head of internal audit in the South African Police Service. That can be our interpretation about whom Mr. Vusi Matlala is inquiring from Mr. Mogotsi.
Thank you. Continue. So you've
Sorry, Advocate. Can you please spell the name of the
Brigadier.
Mukwana? Please spell that. I want to write it against Mukwana.
It's Mokwana.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you'd read from 30 December 2024, 11:08, Shawbro, the court date, question mark. Can you take it from there?
And then the response by Mr. Vusi Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi is on the 30th of December 2024 at 11:53. It reads, "Remember, I said I need to see you. It's regarding this court date issue. There is something I need to discuss with you." Our interpretation, that is the response then on the previous question asked by Mr. Brown Mogotsi, with Mr. Brown Mogotsi responding same date at 13:06 with okay.
Okay, continue.
Then on the 31st, the following day now, on the 31st of December 2024, there is a message from Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala, sent as and attached as Annexure BM2.
On 31st of December, and BM2 is at page 94 of the bundle. Sorry, 93 of the bundle. And it's a Constitutional Court judgment of Makala versus the Director of Public Prosecutions in the Western Cape. I believe we'll come to this in a moment. You can continue with the text messages, General.
Thank you, Commissioners. Continuing on page 16, the communication is dated the 31st of December 2024 at 10:49. That is after then the previous page message where the court judgment was sent then by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala. The message reads, "This thing, by own interpretation, this thing might make it difficult. A very 100% typing error if it was meant makes, unless if it's a lingo that is used then between the two."
Yes, for the record, let's read how it's typed, which is MYKZ. Thank
I
you,
can
General.
spell it, Commissioners, MYKZ.
Thank you.
Chair.
Let us, before going to the next chat, perhaps let's take the adjournment now, come back at 11:15. Let's adjourn.
We were at page 16, and you just read out the first message, this thing, MYKZ, it's difficult. Can you take it from there, the next message?
Thank you, Commissioners. The next message on the same date, 31st of December 2024 at 10:49, Mr. Brown Mogotsi sending to Mr. Vusi Matlala, reading, "There is hope," and followed by the message again from Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala, same day at 10:50. Let's take a call for that, followed by the call then a second after that message from Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala, and another one at 11:09, another call.
On the same day?
On the same day. Then on the same day, on the same day at 11:10, now a call from Vusi Matlala to Brown Mogotsi, followed by another call from Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala, same day, 31st December at 11:10.
So it looks like they were missing each other. Is that right? Because
That is correct.
it's so quick. Continue.
Then the next message is a screenshot again for the communication on signal between Mr. Brown Mogotsi and the number saved as Senzo Mkhunu on the 31st of December, 11:18. The screenshot on the next page, 17, with the message in the screenshot that reads thus: this is a constitutional court judgment that was issued on the 20th of December 2024, full stop, D. And then the message as screen grabbed, it reads: Minister, I'm going to get this case number of this judgment for you. Now we got something proven by the court. This is the matter now which either Sibiya or the minister can charge Khumalo and apply Rule 9 of the disciplinary hearing. It took the Constitutional Court to release a man who was sentenced to life imprisonment through a forced Section 204 confession. Imagine, Comrade Senzo, after 30 years of democracy having this kind of policing. The good thing now is that these are not allegations, but a court judgment. That is the message as contained in the screenshot of the communication between Brown Mogotsi and saved number Senzo Mkhunu, which was screen grabbed and sent to Vusi Matlala by Mr. Brown Mogotsi.
Sorry, General. You say it's a screenshot, so I'm assuming it's sent by Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala.
That is correct.
And it reflects the discussion between Mr. Mogotsi and Minister Mkhunu.
That is correct, Commissioner.
And it's a
Sorry, on the back, just for accuracy, Commissioner, it reflects communication from Mr. Mogotsi to the minister instead of communication between the two of them. It's one-sided.
This screenshot shows communication one way to the minister. And it is a reference to the Constitutional Court judgment that we referred to earlier. It's at BM1. General Khumalo, have you seen that judgment, that Constitutional Court judgment?
Yes, that is correct. The main interest was to determine the Khumalo that is in question in the judgment, and then one realized that it's not the same Khumalo testifying then in this commission now. It was referring to another Khumalo, so that's where the interest ended.
So your name was not mentioned in the text of the judgment anywhere. Is that correct?
That is correct, Commissioner.
So, Commissioners, at this point, may I seek leave to hand up BJC3, which is an extract from the record of that matter in the Constitutional Court, the only part of the record in which we could find a reference to Khumalo, to a Khumalo. And on the second page of that exhibit, at line 19, is where you will find the reference It was from a court transcript from the lower court, in which the witness says, I think on the day we were told to come to Knysna, and then I was also called by Brigadier Khumalo to bring the witness on the site, but I didn't get the story well, why. That's the reference to Khumalo, one Brigadier Khumalo. General, do you know who that is? Is that you?
Thank you, Commissioners. Definitely, it's not me. Inquiries were made to lots of Khumalos that one might associate with the judgment. Until then, we found that it is the current Deputy Provincial Commissioner in Gauteng, Deputy Provincial Commissioner Crime Detection in Gauteng, who was a Brigadier Khumalo by then in the Western Cape, in Cape Town.
Did you serve in the Western Cape at any point?
No, I've never served or worked in the Western Cape.
Thank you. You can continue then to page 18.
Continuing on page 18, still on the 31st of December 2024, at 11:31, the message from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Vusi Matlala, am now worried, my bro, with the response on the same day, more or less the same time, a second after, asking worried about what? It's a question. And then the response on the same day at 11:32, a minute after, a response by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala, which reads thus, outstanding issues. Now this again, today is the day on the other side. I also think you must stand back. Then the response in a question format from Mr. Vusi Matlala on the same date, 31st December at 11:33. Stand back. I don't understand what you mean. And then the response on the same date at 11:35 by Mr. Brown Mogotsi, indicating that for your safety and business. And the next chat, 2 minutes after that, on the same date at 11:37, Mr. Mogotsi to Brown, saying, we must fight what comes your way.
We must just fight.
We must just fight what comes your way. In response by Mr. Matlala on the same date, 31st December at 11:40, it reads thus, this won't change my contribution towards the minister though. I made a conscious decision and I'm not backing down. Whatever help the minister needs, whatever help the minister needs from my side, I'll be happy to assist. I just don't want to fight losing battles. The message then from Mr. Vusi Matlala as a response to Mr. Mogotsi. Moving on to the next page, 19, Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala with the message on the 31st still of December 2024 at 12:25. With the message reading, here is our backlog and we now need to deal with this. It's a last day. Followed by another message at 12:30 on the same date, 31st December 2024, from Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala. I thought we spoke about it, but we did many regions. It's only 2 regions left. And then the next message at at 13:55 on the same date, the 31st of December 2024, Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala asking, is it possible for you intervene on the membership for 2 regions, 12.5K each, cause 3KZ today we must pay. That message is followed by a call from, after sending that message, a call from Mr. Brown to Vusi Matlala at 13:57 the same day, and another call at 16:46 from Mr. Mogotsi to Matlala on the 31st of December 2024. Then at 17:44 on the same date, Mr. Matlala is responding to Mr. Mogotsi as follows: I'm sorry I missed your calls. I do not have a problem to help. There is some things I need to understand and also hear what my concerns are. Please, like I said before, can we kindly meet whenever you have time and hear what I have to say? That message from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi is followed by a call at 17:49 on the same date and another call at 17:50 from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi. And then the next page, 20, on the same date, 31 December, Mr. Brown Mogotsi responding to Mr. Matlala with the message, "Sure, boss," followed by a deleted message that was from Brown to Mr. Matlala on the same date at 19:07. On the same day, 31st of December at 19:08, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala, which reads thus: we managed to push. We only need for those 2 regions. We only need for those 2 regions.
The figure 4 perhaps being FOR.
FOR, that might be corrected.
I ask you not to speculate, and there I am speculating.
Thank you, Commissioner. Then after that, on the 31st still of December 2024, a minute after, Brown Mogotsi is following that message with the banking details to Mr. Matlala. And then the same minute, few seconds, then Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message, we need 25K only. Next message, still from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. A minute after that, it reads, we'll engage with everything and anything we need, my boss. The problem is we're gonna lose voters in the 2 regions. Then that message then is followed by calls from Brown Mogotsi on the same date, 31st December. The first one is at 19:11, followed by the second one at 19:19 to Vusi Matlala.
Keep going.
Then on the 21st, page number 21, on the same date, another call from Vusi Matlala, followed by a return call from Brown Mogotsi at 2030, still on the same date. And then same date at 2044, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala, reading "My brother." And then at 2102, same date, Mr. Matlala is responding to the fact that he was taking a bath. I'll let you know if I win or not. Still waiting. With the response at 2103, December 31st, with "Oh" from Mr. Brown Mogotsi, and then correcting that a few seconds after to read "Okay." And then on the same date, 2206, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Vusi Matlala. "It means we didn't win, my brother." And then the following day, on the 1st of January 2023, at 13:51, the message from Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Kat Matlala at 13:51. The message reads, "Good day. I have arranged a meeting for Sibiya, and the minister must have a solution." Then on the same date, 0101 at 22:13, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is making a call, followed by an emoji of a strong arm. On the same date, then at 22:13, same day, the 1st of January, at 22:14, a call from Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, followed by the message at 22:38, same day, 1st of January, 2025. The message reads, "The task team that came to your house and harassed you has been dissolved, / disbanded." Then on the 2nd of the following day now, of January, the first communication between the two is at 7:12 in the morning, where Dlamini is then in responding to the message of the previous night with a message, "Oh, really?" followed by another message a minute after that, "I see you tried calling me last night." Then the next message at 7:14, another minute later, the question, "When is this happening?" Then the response is at 8:58 from Mr. Mogotsi responding to Mr. Matlala, indicated on the message, "They got the letter on Monday. As we speak, they are bringing all the dockets to Sibiya." Followed by an attachment as Annexure BM3 that is sent by Mr. Brown Mogotsi at 10:05 still on the 2nd of January, forwarding the attachment to Mr. Matlala, which is annexed as I've indicated as BM3.
And BM3 is the letter from the Minister to the National Commissioner dated 31 December 2024.
That is correct.
And that's at page 150 of the bundle, Commissioners.
Page, I'm sorry.
Page 150.
Thank you.
On the same day, the 2nd of January at 11:13, there is a call between the two gentlemen, and thereafter on the same date, from at 11:57, same date, the 2nd of January, there are lots of forwarded messages that are forwarded then to Mr. Mogotsi, starting from page 23. Starting from page 23 to page 34, 30 to page 34A, 34, the bottom part, all those messages are containing the information as well as the screenshots of classified information that is used or that belongs to the division crime intelligence of the SAPS.
Can we then proceed to page 34?
Just explain this, please, General. So are you saying Mr. Mogotsi was in possession of classified information?
Yes, Commissioners. Mr. Mogotsi was in possession of all this classified information that is forwarding to Mr. Matlala.
Thank you. And that also is at the 2nd of January 2025. In the morning already at 10:05, he was already in possession of the minister's letter
To the
National Commissioner, the letter that disbanded.
That is correct, Commissioner.
The PKTT. Thank you.
Yes, so Chair, just to clarify, that's on the 2nd of January at 10:05 that he forwards the letter following the earlier message on the 1st of January informing Mr. Matlala that the task team is disbanded.
Yes, yes.
Then comes a series of information that's classified in the possession of Mr. Mogotsi, which he forwards to Mr. Matlala. And we'll go past that to page 34. At the bottom of that page. Can you take it from there, please, General?
And then at page 34, the message is a screenshot again from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, which contains the communication between Mr. Brown Mogotsi and a certain Dion. The screenshot is having the first message that is visible, reading as follows: as Dineo Mukwili stroke Muhajane Beyele Angestel as a brick limited interpretation of Afrikaans. It's a question asking if is there any Dineo Mukwele or Muhajana who's working by them as a brigadier. Then on the next page, 35, the continuation of the screenshot. Again, still in Afrikaans. No.
Sorry, General, but before you go to that, there's a response to that question that's cut off. But it looks like a yes, followed by two dots and another word.
Now, from my copy, it's badly cut off. I can then speculate that it's a yes. On the screen, yes, it reads better. It's a yes with 3 dots and alphabets TSU.
Okay, you can continue.
And then on the next page, the question, no, who had say no, ni, a pesal nomer ni, work enige idea of say family as. It's still the screenshot of the communication between Mr. Mogotsi and a Dion that was then forwarded to Mr. Matlala.
Do you know who this Dion is? For effect, not speculation.
No, we do not know, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Then moving on.
Mr. Sim, don't we want to have a translation of the Afrikaans in both texts? As Dineo Mukwele / Mohajane Beyele aangestel as brigadier.
Chair, are you asking me to translate it?
I'm asking for your resourcefulness.
We can get a translation prepared for us by an Afrikaans speaker.
Was Dineo Mukwele / Mohajane?
My colleague.
No. Let's get a translation.
Okay.
Please, thank you.
Advocate Hassim, those of us who did our LLB in Afrikaans can figure it out, but I know Chair does not have the same advantage. So
you'll help the chair then. Thank you, Commissioner. We'll get a transcription.
Thank you.
General, you've answered that you don't know who Dion is. If you go to page where it starts, that screenshot at page 34, Dineo Mahajane Beyele aangestel as a brig. Is it fair to surmise that this is asking a SAPS member about the employment of Dineo Mukwele? Can one say that from this?
Yes, Commissioner, that is the interpretation that one can come up with, that someone is asking about the status of appointment of a certain brigadier.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And there's more in this vein as we go through. So if we go down to the next message that's forwarded, can you? Oh, is it cut off? In your file, General. So below that screenshot is another message that's forwarded.
Yeah.
And can you, without identifying, we have redacted on the screen the confidential information, but can you tell us what we are looking at here?
Yes, then Commissioners, thank you. The next message that is forwarded, it's another screenshot forwarded by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, which is of a screenshot taken from the South African police system that is having the personal details of all the employees, which is accessible only by the personnel working at human resource management of the SAPS. It contains the details, including the identity number of one of the employees.
Do you know who that identity number belongs to? You don't need to say if you
Yes,
don't
I
know.
do know.
Is it okay? It's the same person that
The
was
same
the
person.
subject of the inquiry in the last.
That is correct, Commissioners.
Sorry, you say this kind of information would only be available to SEPS employees. It's internal information.
No, the kind of information can only be made available to the employee, him or herself only,
see.
not to another third party.
Okay, thank you.
So as I understand it, there's two aspects to that. The first is who has access to this software, this program, the Purcell system. Who would have access? And as I understand you, you're saying it would only be SAP's employees, and in particular HR.
Yeah, that's correct, Commissioner.
And the second aspect of that is that even those who have access can't disseminate the information other than
To the employee.
To the employee.
And Mr. Mogotsi, you may have already spoken to this. Is he at this point an employee of the SEPS at the time that he's forwarding this information?
Yeah, according to our investigation, Mr. Mogotsi is not the employee of the South African Police Service.
Thank you, Commissioner. So can we then turn to the chat that starts on page 36? At the top of page 36.
On page 36, it's a message from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi with the question reading, what is these things you just sent to me, brother? I see it shows several registration numbers of cars and residential addresses. The response on the same date, the 2nd of January at 14:18, from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, the message reads, they used state money to buy those properties. Then followed by a call.
Is this out of sequence now? Because it does not seem to flow from what you were dealing with before, or am I lost? The last thing was personal information relating to some employee, and then suddenly there's reference to cars and residential addresses. Is there a gap in my understanding?
No, I think the way to understand it, Chair, is when you look at all of those pieces of classified information, each one of them that we've skipped over, they're all sent in one batch or forwarded at the same time.
All right. No, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners. That is our interpretation that the questions or the question by Mr. Matlala to the sender of all these screenshots, which is Mr. Brown Mogotsi, is the lack of understanding as to what are these things that he just sent. And then he's explaining. Then on the 2nd, still on the 2nd of January at 2025 at 14:29, they are exchanging a call, Mr. Matlala and Mr. Mogotsi. And then on the 4th now of January at 9:46, Mr. Matlala is forwarding a message to Mr. Mogotsi with the title Shocking Revelations. It is a forwarded message that Mr. Matlala would have got it from the social media and then forwarded it. The social media reflects the date 3rd January on the next page, 37, then the Mr. Matlala is forwarding then the same message to Mr. Mogotsi.
And before you move off that, if you can just say what in summary, this message is about, this social media post.
Thank you, Commissioners. Scanning, as I've indicated, that it looks like a message that Mr. Matlala got from the app social media X, from the social media X on the 3rd of January, and then screen grabbed it and forwarded it to Mogotsi. The first paragraph suggesting that it's information received regarding the political killings task team from one of their former investigators at the task team. So it continues to talk to, on the first paragraph, mentioning the former Minister of Police, and then also the current Minister of Police. And then I'm not sure whether I must go through the whole screen grab, Commissioners.
Perhaps just give us the substance of it.
And Chair, and perhaps if you could deal with the one aspect of it that deals specifically with you, that names you.
Then on the first paragraph, the names named are within the sentence that starts with, they were about to arrest the police officers who were implicated in the killing of Cindy Somagaqa. I'm told that all reports that were withheld by Begicele have been retrieved and handed over to Minister Senzo Mchunu. That is the message then contained in that first paragraph. The second paragraph, it continues to talk about the information, alleged information then around that case of the killing of Cindy Somagaqa, mentioning some of the names of people that were involved, as well as other names as the firearms, the money exchanged, and then some of the noticeable names are the names that we are aware of that were part of our briefing yesterday on the same case. And also, as you move down, there will also be, I think, on the next page, 37, there is also a mention of General Kumalo, who was still a lead investigator in this political killings task team, which was also investigating this matter of Cindy Somagaqa case, and who was told by former minister not to arrest crime intelligence officials. Then the last paragraph, it also talks about crime intelligence operating as a third force unit, which is why General Kumalo is heading both units, crime intelligence and the political killings task team. He appointed his brothers, families, and friends as investigators and bodyguards for him and Lushaba. Lushaba's bodyguard is a guy called Lushaba.
And it's signed, if one can say, by someone called not a peace officer.
Yes, that's correct.
It's on the X platform. Do you want to respond to what you've just read, the allegations relating to you? Do you have any comment on that?
The shortened version of the response, Commissioners, will be that is what we experienced soon after the disbandment letter was circulated, because between the first and the second, when the letter was circulating on the social media before its official communication channels within SAPS, soon after that, then we saw lots of misinformation that was all over the social media space, talking to either the political killing trust team or the General Kumalo and others, but the misinformation will always have either the political killing trust team or General Kumalo.
Okay, you can continue.
And then after sending or after forwarding that information, Mr. Matlala followed it up on the same day at 1946 with the message to Mr. Mogotsi reading
At 9:46.
at 9:46 with the message reading, "I see something very interesting here." And then the response at 9:49 from Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala reads, "Yeah, ne, gloves are off. Gloves are off." And then on the next page, 38, on the 6th now of January at 10:55, Mr. Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Dlamini. "Morning, is it still fine that we meet tomorrow? I'm off to Cape Town on Wednesday, the 4th of January. On Wednesday, 4 January.
Sorry, Advocate Hassim, there seems to be an issue with the screen.
I'm advised that the issue is just relating to this page, and it was when the redactions of the phone numbers were conducted, it seemed to just glitch and it redacted other parts. But it's only this page that's affected. Chair, I would suggest we just move on.
Let us do so. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you.
General, so you were at the top of page 38, reading the message from Mr. Mogotsi on the 6th of January 2025 at 10:55. Could you just start with read that again, please?
Thank you. The message by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala reads, "Morning, is it still fine that we meet tomorrow? I'm off to Cape Town on Wednesday for January 8th. Also confirming the house in Camps Bay." So the next messages exchanged between the two are an attempt to set up a meeting as per this first message read. At 16:35, a response from Matlala, "Where must we meet tomorrow?" followed by a response from Mogotsi Houghton, and then the next from Matlala asking the time, and the response from Mr. Mogotsi giving any time after 8, my boss. And then still on the same day, this communication about the arrangement of their meeting. And then Mr. Matlala indicates the time of his availability. "I have 11 o'clock with my banker. Let me see you at 9:30 rather." That is the message then at 16:39. And then on the same day at 16:47, Mr. Mogotsi responding and confirming 8 p.m., my boss. Mr. Matlala agreeing at 16:47 on the same date with the message, "Oh, okay, I will see you later then at 20:30. page 39, the first message is a strong arm emoji from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala at 16:48, and then followed by 2 calls on the same date, the 6th of January. First one at 17:30, next one at 17:32, and a return call from Mr. Brown Mogotsi at 18:27. Then still on the same page 39, Mr. Matlala is forwarding a message to Mr. Brown Mogotsi. The message that is read as if it was sent to Mr. Matlala by someone else, and thereafter he is forwarding the message as it is, he's forwarding it to Mr. Brown Mogotsi. The message reads, "Hello, Mr. Rafadi." That is where we can speculate that this message was originally sent to Mr. Rafadi, who...
If I can pause you, General, we are going to get to the chats of Mr. Rafadi, and then we'll see there that this message was forwarded to Mr. Matlala from Mr. Rafadi, and Mr. Matlala is now forwarding it on. Continue. Sorry for the interruption.
So I'm not sure then, commissioners, whether we deal with this message as it's forwarded or we deal with it when we're dealing with Mr. Rafadi's chats.
I propose that you deal with it now. Thank you. Go ahead.
The message reads, "Hello, Mr. Rafadi," and an emoji. Good day and compliments of the new year. It's Henrika from Power FM.
I see you really don't want to describe the emojis, General Khumalo, but it's fine. Continue.
Unless if I'm allocated an interpreter, commissioners, really not good. And also, then it's Enrina, producer of Daily Talk show hosted by Lerato Pele, who would like to kindly ask for your time for an interview on our show tomorrow morning to talk about the dissolving of the task team dedicated to political killings. The police minister did mention that the task team services were no longer, and we just want to discuss this with you as you paint a picture of the current state of political killings in the country, especially because there's been criticism of the team still being needed, with some analysts saying it was time for the team to be dissolved. If you may please join us at 10:30 tomorrow morning, we will truly appreciate it. That is the content of the forwarded message by Kat Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi, and it is followed by a screenshot, with a Power Talk site that might indicate then that's where the discussion will be. And then the next message on the 7th.
We won't play that, Chair, but did you listen to it? And do you know what that link contains, that interview?
The link is, of course, then Mr. Rafadi introduced himself as invited to this talk show to discuss the issue as indicated on the invite. there were two guests, Mr. Rafadi and someone else who were then approaching this discussion from two opposite directions, with Mr. Rafadi in support of the disbandment and the other commentator not in support. That is the summary that one can give then for this discussion.
Thank you, General. You may proceed.
And then still on the 7th, at 1942, Mr. Matlala is sending a message to Mr. Brown Mogotsi. One will then read that together with the previous messages where they were arranging the meeting, with Mr. Matlala asking at 1942 if can I start making my way to you because I'm a little bit far from our meeting place. And then Mr. Mogotsi responding that 2030 I'll be there, which is the time that they agreed upon on their previous engagement. Followed by at 2026 on the same date, 7th of January 2022, by two calls from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi at 2026 and 2042 respectively, with the return call again from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala at 2043, the same date, and then the other calls on the same date from Mr. Matlala at 2048, the first call, at 2101 as well as 2102. At 2102 is the message now written by Mr. Matlala indicating that he has arrived at the venue, reading, I am here. Then the next, on the following day now, the 8th of January, in the early hours, 0047, Mr. Mogotsi is sending, definitely not an emoji, it looks like two dots, and then at 0048, Mr. Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala that this is outstanding. And then on the same date at 0049, now Mr. Mogotsi is specific as to what is outstanding. He says you paid, in the message, you paid 37,000 and the 111,000 is outstanding, which can be related to our previous charts that were talking to the payment of 25% deposit to a travel agency. And then still on the 8th of January 2025, Brown Mogotsi is reminding Mr. Matlala that this is what you paid on that message at close to midnight, that discussion at 0050. And then at 8:14, still on the 8th, Mr. Mogotsi is sending to Mr. Matlala a notice of an annual BPF presidential gala dinner with those particulars at 14:39. And then it is followed by the information pertaining to that particular event in terms of packages from platinum to gold and silver, and then the detailed information is contained on that notice. Then the response or the message that followed those pictures that were sent by Mr. Mogotsi, it's followed by a message indicating we'll take silver package. That can be read with the previous photo then of those options for the event packages. At 8:33, Brown Mogotsi is just sending okay message to Mr. Matlala. And then at 8:34, Mr. Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala which reads, "We cancel, but it is spelled wrong as we CANXEL, the table, cause I thought we buy 2 chairs only." That is the message then from Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. And then Mr. Matlala is responding at 8:40, saying, "I'll call you later, brother. I think we don't understand each other." And then the next page, 43, the next message at more or less the same time, which is a response by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, read, "Sorry, 4 tables." And then it's followed by the banking details that are forwarded by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. And then the next message was deleted, which was originally sent by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala at 9:13, the same day, the 8th of January. And then the next is the message on the same day, 8th of January at 9:14, Mr. Brown Mogotsi sending to Kat Matlala. The message reads, "We can buy the tables through him at, full stop, 100K. Then the next message again sent by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala. It's the names with identity numbers of 8 people with the message starting with flights. And then the next, then it's particulars, personal particulars of 8 people. Then on the next page, 44. At 9:46 on the same date of the 8th, the message reads from Brown Mogotsi to Kat Matlala, "They all fly on Friday and return Sunday." The next message, same date at 11:37, Brown Mogotsi is sending to Vusi Matlala that I'm off to Cape Town. The next message on the same date at 14:25, my brother, that is from Mogotsi to Matlala. And then same day at 17:53, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala indicating that I'm in Cape Town, Sibia is in Camps Bay. And then the next message at 20:01, it's not a message, it's 2 calls at 20:01, both of
General,
them.
sorry, without speculating, do you know who that Sibia is that is referred to in that chat?
No, I do not know. Then we continue. After those 2 missed calls by Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi, it's followed by a return call at 20:01. And then it's the message again at 20:09 by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. The message reads, "My brother, some people have arrived here already, and you were saying some are here in Cape Town.
Someone.
Could you-"
And you were saying some, and it's got a number 1.
Oh,
someone.
You were saying some and the number one here in Cape Town could help us with something. Then on the next page, 45, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala. The message reads, the message is at 2014. Please confirm the following. Number one, the table dash 100K. Number two, 8 times flights. Number three, the 75% balance of 111K. Please, and I will understand. And then that message is followed by another message from Brown Mogotsi at 2016 to Mr. Matlala. The message reads, this will allow me to handle everything and the minister. And then next message, then are the calls between the two gentlemen on the same date at 2038 and again 2038, which looks like they were missing each other. Then the message from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi at 2053, which is this I will do except the table booking, which might be interpreted as a response from the message sent by Mogotsi at 2014 with the list of things that are including the table as number one. And then the response at 2056 from Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, it says K, which can be interpreted as okay. And then at 2057, on the same date, the 8th of January, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala, reading as follows: please assist with something for the guests. And then on the same date at 2252.
And just pause you there, General. This message may be related to the message on the page before, the last message at 2009, that people have arrived and can you assist?
It can be circumstantially related to it, Commissioners. Then the last message on page 45 at 2252 on the same date, the 8th of January, it's written by Brown, or sent by Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Vusi Matlala with one word, Impala, in a question mark, Impala. And then Mr. Mogotsi.
General, do you have any idea what this is referring to? What's this Impala? Only if you have an idea.
I only have a knowledge because in Zulu we also have an animal called Impala. I'm looking at the spelling. It looks the same as how we spell Impala animal in Zulu.
But in this context, you have no idea what this means?
No, I don't have idea.
Thank you.
And then the next message on page 46, on the same date, the 8th of January, at now 2254, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is following that message of Impala that he sent with next time. And then at 2255, another message, the emojis that I've been struggling with the interpretation, Commissioners, unless if I get assistance.
It's like two laughing faces.
With tilted heads.
Then on the following day, the 9th of January at 2025 at 9:50, they start exchanging calls between, the first call is from Mr. Matlala, followed by the one then from Mr. Mogotsi to Matlala, and the next one is from Mr. It looks like they were missing each other or talking a lot within that time frame. Then followed by a deleted message at 10:43, which was sent by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala at 10:43. Then on the 9th, still at 10:44, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala, which reads, replace number 1 and 2, which then can talk to the previous messages that are numbered on the communication between the two.
Suppose it's also fair to make provision for the possibility that 1 and 2 may have been in that deleted message. I mean, we don't know what deleted message was.
That is possible, Commissioner.
Yes.
And then the next message at 10:44 on the same date, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala, which reads, we have done it already because you were not responding. And then at 10:44, again, few seconds after, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is calling, and then after a call on the same date, and then a message reading Boso, and then on the same date, 10:57, another call, followed by deleted messages or screenshots, or screenshots that were sent by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. That will take us up to page 48 and then to page 49. We resume then on the same date, the 9th of January at 11:16 with a call. Then the next, then at 11:17, it's the account details of the same travel agency that was sent previously. Now Mr. Mogotsi is sending the same account details at 11:17, and then followed by a call at 13:01 from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, another call at 13:41, then the return call at 13:42, then from Mr. Matlala. Then the messages on the same date from 13:47, there are attachments that are annexed chart as BM4 and BM5 that are then sent by Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi.
So the first attachment is BM4, and that's on page 154 of the bundle. And can you just say what is reflected on that annexure?
It's page number 134.
Oh, 154, apologies, General.
On page 154, the annexures are not clear on the copy that I'm having, Commissioners.
I hope it's clear in your copy, Chair. It's essentially then, if I can just point out their flight bookings, and you'll see it's for 6 people. And then BM5, which is at 157. So that's, sorry to be clear, it's flight bookings for 6 people, the first one from Johannesburg to Cape Town. BM5, it's the same 6 people, return flights from Cape Town to Johannesburg. And the date of the first flight is 10 January, and the return is 12 January. That takes us to the bottom of page 49, with the message from
After
Mr.
the
Mogotsi.
2 annexures, Commissioners, then there is a message from Mr. Brown, Mogotsi to Kat, reading as the last number 2, the last 2, with the question mark. That is on the same day, the 9th of January at 14:03. Then moving on to page 50, the follow-up message at 14:04, reading this 2, number 2. And then followed by the call at 14:09 from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, and a deleted message same day at 14:10. Another deleted message same day at 14:10. Then on the same day, then the 9th of January at 14:40, Mr. Matlala is sending a message to Mr. Mogotsi, which is reading 111K is paid. And then the response at 14:43 from Mr. Brown to Mr. Matlala, reading thanks, spelled as THNX. And then the next message at 15:24, Mr. Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala, reading the last 2 guys with a question mark. And the next message then, it's an annexure BM6, is on the same date at 15:27.
And that has the annexure BM6, and that's at page 160, which is a proof of payment, again, from the same Mr. Matlala, from the same, his company, to Gotle Specialist.
Thank you, Commissioners. Moving on to the next page.
Sorry, and just to say the amount reflected on the proof of payment is 111,000.
For completeness, Ms. Hassim, you also indicate the payment is from, as per this proof of payment?
It's from Medicare 24 Tshwane District Pty Limited.
Okay.
Continue,
Then
General.
continuing on page 51, on the same day, the 9th of January, at 16:51, the message from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, which reads thus: my brother, thanks for everything, with a spelling mistake on brother. It's spelled BROTJER, and thanks is spelled as THNX. The 4, it's in a number 4, and then everything. And then the list, number 1, 2 people outstanding. Then number 2, the contact person with a spelling mistake on the contact, instead of N, it's M. and then another spelling mistake on person with the end, at the end of person. The location, which can read, and the location of the accommodation in Camps Bay. Number 3, it's entertainment. That is the list, then that is sent by Brown Mogotsi to Kat Matlala on the 9th of January at 16:51. That is followed by a call from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala at 20:06 same day. At 20:20 same day, Mr. Mogotsi is sending a message to Matlala reading, "We spoke about this." And then the next message, a few seconds after, Mr. Brown Mogotsi saying, but I think you did your best. With you spelled as a U and your spelled as you are. And then the greetings morning on the morning of the 10th at 10:46 by Mr. Mogotsi, followed by a call at 10:48 still from Mr. Mogotsi, and another call at 18:43 on the same day. Then on the same day at 19:41, Mr. Matlala is responding to Mr. Mogotsi with a message, "Good evening, was out of the country, left my phone with my assistant. I see you tried calling me, brother." Then the next page, 52, that message is followed by a call now from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Brown, and then a response from Mr. Brown Mogotsi to Matlala on the WhatsApp chat, "Yes, my brother," on the same day, the 10th. Then still on the 10th, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message now at 19:56, reading as follows, "I was saying, will you still assist us with entertainment?" Which is one of the 3 things that are on the last list that Mr. Brown Mogotsi has sent the previous day. Then on the 10th, still at 19:57, it's a call, and then from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, followed by a message from Mr. Matlala on the same day at 20:18. The message reads, "Whenever you're back and ready to meet, I'll explain to you further how I prefer to do things. As for now, honestly, I don't understand this whole engagement.
Arrangement. I don't understand this whole arrangement, yes.
I partly did it to show my interest, but further, I'll prefer to have a proper structure." That is the message then by Matlala to Brown Mogotsi. And then the other message on the same day, or a response at 20:21, on the same day now from Mogotsi to Matlala, which reads thus, "True, my brother, I just have a volume of people, and when we met Cohutin, you said you were going to organize something for us here, like drinks and food. Believe you me, you did the best and will NVR, which might read you will never reach this stage again. It is not nice to be spelled with a B alphabet, getting so much with double O without doing everything in return.
Anything in return.
Anything in return. Even 15K will cover until spelled wrong Sunday." Then on the same day at 20:26, a call with a message from Mr. Matlala indicating that he will call, or I will call in a minute. Then same day, 20:29, the message now from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi, okay, when you get back, organize a proper setup going further, especially the main men behind all this. And then on the same day, 2029, the message from Kat to Mogotsi reads, you can send that account number, and then the response, yes, guaranteed, by Mr. Brown Mogotsi on the same day, at 2029. And then the message stressing guaranteed from Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala at 2030. And then followed by another message few seconds after from Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala reading, you have to send to 3 accounts with U spelled as a U alphabet and have without an A. And then still on the same day at 2030, Mr. Matlala is responding or sending a message to Mr. Mogotsi which reads, please get 1 and you will share it in 3 as a number. And then at the same day, a minute after, Mr. Matlala is sending another message to Mr. Mogotsi, I need to do debriefing now. That is followed by the account details, which are the same as the one that was sent before at 2036 by Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, and then the second also. So it's 2 account details that are sent this time around. And then on the same date, 2037, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending a message to Mr. Matlala, which reads, I only got the card and I won't transfer to Mulikwa. And that is followed by the calls on the same on that day, the last call at 2039 from Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. The following day, on the 11th.
Before the following day, General, these names here with account numbers, do you know who they are? Was any check done to see who they are?
The first one, it's similar to the previous one that we have seen, and it is linked with the travel agency company.
Okay, thank you.
It's only this second one that is new in our chart analysis. Then moving on, the following day, on the 11th, it's just one call from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi, and then Mr. Matlala, then the following day, the 12th, at 9:04, he is sending to Mr. Mogotsi a screenshot that is having a newspaper article headline. It reads, the lone robber walks out of crime intelligence unit with 1.3 million intelligence unit in a bag. Yeah, it's cut, that screenshot. It's not clear, but those are the words that are reflected there. It is a newspaper headline.
Can you read the next message before I ask a question on this?
Then the next message from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi. After sending that newspaper article, the message reads, the message is at 0904. It reads, Nanzo, with 4 zeros or 4 O's and an N before that. The message reading, they covering up so minister won't find out the splash funds corruption, staging robberies. Another emoji, which is much clearer on the screen, like a happy person.
A happy person, yes. Do you know anything about this incident that's being reported about a robber walking out of crime intelligence unit, your unit, with 1.3 million in a bag?
Yes, commissioners, we are aware of the incident that is related to the story. It relates to an incident where one of our offices in the Eastern Cape was robbed of cash, which is similar to the one reflected on the story, 1.3 million. But then the investigation was completed within a day or two of this incident. It was a staged robbery, and then a captain and all other officers were charged departmentally, and the captain criminally, and so the matter is at court. So it was not a robbery according to our investigation, but maybe to give also a background to that, the alleged robbery took place after I had assigned personnel from my office to go and do the surprise inspection in Gauteng province in our cash offices, where then they found lots of contraventions of policies, and then there were cases that were registered. After the Gauteng surprise inspection, I then brought the team together to plan for simultaneous surprise inspections in all other 8 provinces, which might look like then that plan leaked, because on the same day of that surprise inspection, that's when this fake robbery was then reported.
And were the inspections taking place in all provinces?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. This continues the exchange between the two gentlemen on this article. So if you can just take it from
page 56.
Well, it starts at the bottom of 55. Message from Mr. Mogotsi on 12 January at 9:04. But the message, I'm sorry to say, General, is an emoji.
Thank you, Chair, Commissioners. It's an emoji. I'll take it. It's another laughing or happy face, as I'm told, which is much clearer on the screen than on the copy I'm having. Then followed by, on the 12th at 9:05, Mr. Brown Mogotsi, a message to Kat Matlala. The message reads on it. And then the next message from Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi reading, my guy wants to run a story regarding this. Can he go ahead? One can interpret that it's a discussion after the exchange of that media article screenshot. And then,
do you know who the my guy refers to?
With the further analysis that was done on these charts, my guy might refer to the same guy that we we referred to when there was an exchange of fake news from ex Mr. Rafadi. So this is referring to the same person.
Thank you.
And then on the 12th of January at 9:05, a message from Mogotsi to Matlala came Friday. And then on the same day, 9:05, yes, please, spelled with a Z and PLI. And then on the 12th again, 9:05, Mr. Mogotsi is sending a message to Kat Matlala, which reads, must share that without A, we see prior.
Do you know what he's referring to there?
Speculating, it might be talking to the guy who will be running a story as per the message at 9:05
Thank
on
you.
the same day.
Okay, you can continue. So the next is it's an ID document.
It's an ID document, screenshot sent by Brown Mogotsi to Mr. Kat Matlala. After that screenshot, there is a message at 10:03, still on the 12th, from Brown Mogotsi. After sending that screenshot, the message reads, my boss can't get a flight ticket. And then Mr. Matlala is responding, what you mean, at 10:04 on the same date. And then at 10:06, Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Brown with the message, to Mr. Matlala with the message, my brother, trying to get one. And with the response, okay, from Matlala then to Mr. Mogotsi. The next message now is Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala. Can you get it, my boss? Speculating that it refers to the flight. And then the exchange of calls or a call at 10:50, followed by the message now at 11:37, again from Mogotsi asking Mr. Matlala, is it available? Still speculating the flight ticket. Okay. And then the next message, 12:56, Mr. Mogotsi asking again nothing. And then at 12:57, Mr. Brown Mogotsi is sending another message, only tomorrow. That is when then Mr. Matlala is responding with the flight details sent then to Mr. Mogotsi. After the exchange of those chats talking about or speculating the request and of the flight ticket. And then there is the question mark message on the 12th of January, still 2025, at 16:41, followed by a call from Mr. Mogotsi and a message from Mr. Mogotsi reading sure, and then another message on the same date at 16:47. In a question, did you do the booking, which is followed by a call and another call at 16:57 and 17:16 from Mr. Brown to Mr. Matlala. And then the pleading message after those two unanswered calls and unanswered messages, another message then from Mogotsi asking Mr. Matlala to talk to him, reading, talk to me without A between T and L and 2 in a number 2, me, and please spelled as PLIZZ. Then on the same day at 17:21, it's another call from Mogotsi. And then on the 14th, which is a day, on the 14th, which is almost 2 days after the last call, and then 14th of January 2025 at 12:36, a message from Mogotsi to Matlala, reading, "Sure, don't forget to work on your invoices." Back in Josie, and then the following message is a screenshot, which is a screen grab, talking to the supply chain management system of SAPS, which is sent by Mr. Matlala to Mr. Brown Mogotsi.
And can you just tell us what we're seeing in that screen grab? What's the significance of it?
Firstly, it's identified as the South African Police Service System screenshot. It talks to the information that is captured within the supply chain management when then the invoices are submitted.
So is this, as with the per cell screenshot that we saw, is this a system that only employees of SAPS and particularly supply chain management staff would have access to?
That is correct, Commissioners. This is the supply chain management system screen grab that only personnel attached to that environment will have access.
Just halfway down that photo, there's a section that says, "No errors found on data set, invoices to be uploaded." What do you understand that to relate to? Does it mean invoices have been submitted but have not yet been uploaded onto the system?
That will be my layman understanding and interpretation, Commission. Then on the same day, the 15th of January, Mr. Matlala is sending a message to Mr. Brown Mogotsi asking him, "Can you please try to speed it up?" The interpretation will be maybe on the invoice submitted as per the screen grab above.
So, sorry, General, so just to be clear, because the screenshot is sent at 13:22, which says invoices to be uploaded. And then immediately after that, still 13:22, is the message, "Can you please try to speed it up?"
That is correct, Commissioner. And then that is followed at 17:25 by a call from Mr. Matlala and another one on the same date at 17:28 to Mr. Mogotsi. And then at the following day, on the 16th, in the morning, 9:01, another call from Mr. Vusi Matlala, followed by a message on the following day, now the 17th of January at 8 in the morning. The message reads, "Good morning, brother. Just checking if you're winning. The invoicing, I read to pay suppliers before the 26th. Please let me know so as I can engage someone else if you are not winning." The interpretation might be, the message might be related to the previous day's request of the speeding up of the payment as per the invoice submitted. The response on that.
Before you go to the response, I suppose where it says red, that's an autocorrect typo. It should mean
Need to pay.
okay. I need to play suppliers. Please let me know so I can arrange someone else if you're not winning.
That's correct, Commissioners.
Proceed.
Then the response on the same day at 8:40 by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala, reading "I'm on it," and then followed by then the next communication is on the 20th, where there were two calls at 13:04 that were like missed calls. From Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi, followed by the message on the 21st, now the following day, at 18:49 with the question, "Did you manage to pull it off today, brother?" Followed by another call on the 22nd, another call again on the 22nd at 8:21 and 8:22 respectively, the calls from Mr. Matlala to Mr. Mogotsi, with the last call at 8:58. And then the next message, it's a screenshot that is sent on the same day, the 22nd at 9:01 by Mr. Mogotsi to Mr. Matlala.
Just pause there for a moment, General.
Because this is quite lengthy and I do not know to what extent you are going to deal with the detail, General. Perhaps, Advocate Hassim, this is
This would be a good time.
Stage at which we should adjourn for lunch. And, let us come back at 2 p.m. Let's adjourn.